Um, because and this is interesting because I've always felt commitment takes two people. You're committed to someone and they're committed to you. I don't know, maybe that's incorrect. But when you use the word commitment, I feel like the commitment angle is a one-way street, right? Because how could an AI be committed to you? I mean, how can an A because even if so and I'm drawing it out a little bit here, but I just wanna make sure I get my whole thought out. In that, like, even if it solicits from you, right? It's more I view that more as like Facebook pinging you a notification on your phone being like, "Hey, someone commented," or "Hey," like that. Like, any solicitation that didn't that you don't think you started with an AI, if it just asked you a question out of nowhere, that's still pre-programmed, right? That's not real. Like, how can you have commitment when one side is not really inspired to commit in that way, in the
Yes.
traditional.
So these relationships is being artificial because it's a one-way street, like, when it comes to the human psychology of it, it's always gonna be a one-way street, but you can perceive it as a two-way street because people might say, "My AI is there for me, it understands me, gives me what I need, and it always has the answers, and it has unlimited time for me and unlimited resources." So
Oh,
people can
jeepers.
perceive it as a two-way street.
So, okay, I can get on board with that perception. Sorry, Dustin, did you have a question? I'm
Yeah,
just really
no,
excited here. Go ahead.
yeah, no, 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 that's good. As usual, Frank. when when it's a conversation between the three of us, I think I just sit in the background and let you guys talk. I'm like, yeah, okay, all right, which is fine. But I think Anna and I discussed this earlier this week, where I there was this interesting study that was done, and I am one of the 40-ish% of Americans who could care one like just care less about sports. I just don't care.
I
I
saw
don't
that
care about a
too.
team doing anything.
Hey, I'm with you.
But 60% of the population does. And so what they find is that it's not, there's nothing wrong with going for a sports team. There's like a weird dopamine rush and a weird like connection that you have with the players. Not weird, but a psychological connection that you have with the players. There are, you know, uh, chemicals that are being induced in your brain to make you feel a certain way about 12 strangers playing on a field, or however many people are playing on a field in a match. I don't know. But uh, on the flip side of that, so the 40% who don't, like, we still get that, but we get that from other sources. Like, we might read a book where we get attached to the characters in the book. Like, there still are these kind of connections that we have, these chemical things that are happening in our brain with things that are maybe not tangible or we'll never really have a relationship with, but we have a relationship with them, right? And so, and to follow on to kind of Frank's questions here, Anna, um, what is the difference between uh, a connection that might be caused between you and talking to an LLM, or you and talking to a person, and then from our standpoint, is there really too much of a difference as far as the chemicals that are going on in your brain?